Hey y'all, welcome back to Ascending with Ashley. I'm Ashley. While the other reading that I just uploaded was uploading, I cleaned and reclaimed my desk. And I want to show you. That's why you're at a different angle now. I gotta fix that. I don't know. Woo. Okay. I got these mini vases a long time ago. And I'm nervous that someone's gonna break them. So this is a setup. This is my office. Okay. It was a big mess, and I didn't have any of this space, and now I have all this space, and I'm super stoked. It's the music studio. But yeah, I just wanted to share. These are all the cards. These are my silk PJs. Okay. Whoa. Alright, this is story time. And I want to share how I move in the world as an adult. Oh shit, I forgot that the dogs didn't have their food out. It's been raining, so anyway, I will do that after this. When I did a child soldiers project back in I don't know, mid 2000s, I made a PowerPoint and I used this song. I got a soul, but I'm not a soldier. For like children who are slaves in other countries. Anyway, thought it was brilliant. We'll see. That was just for school. So anyway, I want to talk about how the only person I try to impress every day, I mean my own kid, but he already thinks I'm pretty awesome, is Ashley when she was like, I don't know. You know, I literally, as an adult, so I'm 37, and I have had immense struggles the past 15 years that have really worked in my character development area, right? 20 years. And I've always been weird and off the wall and different and a trendsetter in a lot of different ways. I used to get so mad when people copied me. I still do. But anyway, I have become the adult that I wish I had around me when I was younger. And not like super young, but like definitely adolescence, right? I feel like that's a time when a lot of kids come into who they are, right? And the adults around them are like, no, you can't be that. And so as an adult, I have not forgotten that. And I won't either as my child grows up too. Here's an example of how I've become a safe adult for people who are in vulnerable spaces / children. Yesterday we had art space, and one of the kiddos from college came, and she's in the 7th grade, and she came by herself just because she wanted to, which was like really cool. It's cool to do anything by yourself in middle school, right? And so like I was like, hell yeah, you know. And I hadn't seen her in a while since class. And one of the woman that has been coming, she's older, she's in her 60s, kept trying to pressure the kiddo to share what she was working on. And like I walked by her a couple times and she was like, and I was like, oh, my bad, sorry, you know. She was doing a drawing and she was like either hypercritical of herself or she just didn't want people to look at it. Fine, you know. You know, it's community art space, it's not a class. You don't have to like share what you're doing. And the older woman would not let up. And she kept saying things that were really inappropriate. And she, at one point she said, I'll show you mine if you show me yours. And that put me in like a, whoa. That's like really dangerous language, right? Because it took me to like a predator space of like, oh, why are we saying something like that? So I said, no. I said, miss, her name. I was like, she doesn't want to share, she doesn't have to share. And I said to the student too, I said, you know, I respect that you don't want to share your project. It's your project. You don't have to share with anyone. And I apologize too for like the pressure she was receiving. But like she like for a good like 30 seconds this woman was like heckling this child to like show her project, and it was like, why are you pushing this so much? Like why Why can't you leave her alone? You know? And so I stepped in, and I'm like, I had stepped in already because she kept bugging her like throughout the session, you know, and like trying to gain that consent when she had clearly, the student had made it known that she like didn't want to share her artwork, you know? And so it was just a moment of me being like, damn, the language that this woman was using, and you know, she didn't know what she was doing. She's just, that's the thing, is like, people are just, they do things because they've seen it or they've done it forever, right? And that's not my jam. And that's why I wanted to share, because I have made it a point to exist as an adult, to be a safe person for my younger self, and that has a ripple effect of being a safe person for other people's children, and all children, right? It's something I really, really, really think about. But like, it hasn't been until this past year. I mean, I went through a lot of abuse, a ton of abuse, and this year and last year have really been monumental in my personal reclamation of who I am, right? I have finally gotten to a place of like healing myself and being confident in who I am, and you know, surrounding myself with things that I love, and like being weird has really helped. And Temu has been a really great outlet for me, because as a single mom, we haven't had a lot of money, okay? And then finally, this situation that we're in right now has allowed me to really blossom into who I used to be. And also, like, I'm thinking of dough, like bread dough, of like folding in all of those lessons over the years. And I don't think it's very uncommon for millennials to not feel like we are the age that we are. I know I don't, I still, like, the thing about it is like, when other people try to paint me in like a child's light, like talk to me condescendingly, or like I'm immature, I freak the fuck out. Okay, I'm like, absolutely not. That's something that I'm gonna define for myself, right? Like, and that's just boomers mostly. But I just wanted to share, and encourage you to think about who you needed when you were young. Like, I'm so dope, and I know Ashley, I know that Ashley in high school would be like, you know, and that was just the beginning of the hard stuff. And it has been, I'm crying. It's been a really long journey to get to this point. And my hope is that I have a long time left, and that I can continue to be that person that I needed for people who need someone like that, you know? Someone to listen to them, someone to take their ideas seriously, someone to honor their boundaries. You know, my own mother doesn't respect my boundaries, like I shared. Cutting her out has been the final, like, bloom for me. And I received a package from her, you know, unbeknownst to me, the other day for Halloween. And that was like right after the situation at Art Space. And then that morning I had to set a boundary with my other friend, who was like, I request that you be on this phone call and ask questions. And I was like, excuse me? No. I don't know. I'm not requesting shit from you. You're not gonna do that to me. No. I'm an independent woman, bro. Like, no. That was wild. I'm still pissed at him, because later on he texted me, he's like, oh, we all good. I'm like, you told me I was being emotional because I told you no, and then you hung up on me, and then you're gonna text me like an hour later after you probably talked to some of your buds and be like, oops, I fucked up, but really you didn't say that, and you didn't apologize or call yourself out, and you just be like, oh yeah, we're good. You might be good, I'm not good. I'm taking that for what it was. I'm not doing that. No. So anyway. Again, as adults, these are things we're allowed to do. We're allowed to set really the benefits we need, right? Or the boundaries we need. Benefits. The things that benefit us. I'm like, what? I was thinking about my decorations that you can see now. Should I put myself in front of the brick? It's a fake brick. It's just a tapestry. Anyway, I don't like that. So I just wanted to share because we've been doing a lot of readings about healing and growth. Just for folks who are new here, things that I've had to heal from. My family is really toxic, doesn't respect boundaries. My mother is a covert narcissist who my entire family has used triangulation against me my entire life, especially after, I didn't really hang out at my house while my dad was still alive because I don't really like him. Now we're cool because he's in the spirit realm. Those are my dogs. They're barking at cats, like always. But anyway, so yeah, the other day I was dancing and I was just like flying my freak flag inside, and the dogs were looking at me like, oh my god, white girl cannot dance. And they were kind of trying to dance with me. But anyway, I just had this realization because I'm like surrounded by animals that I'm like, oh my god, like I've gotten to this point of just true authenticity. And I know I'm not for everyone. I know everyone's not for me, and that was a really big lesson. I'm not trying to impress anyone except like preteen Ashley, and I'm like making this video is like she's already like hell yeah. Because we were never taken seriously, you know. Every idea we had was horrible, you know. And sometimes as a mom, I have a hard time with that, and I have to remember how that feels. Because as a 37-year-old, these tears are coming from a place a long, long time ago of just gratitude for someone hearing me, and it was me now. You know what I mean? So when we talk about doing inner child healing, that's what we mean. Becoming that adult that you needed when you were little, you know, and working from that mind and foundation. And hopefully the generations coming up aren't gonna have to take 20 years to heal, you know. Hopefully we can heal ourselves and stop putting our own bullshit on these children. And when we realize or recognize it's happening, as adults, step in and set the tone and be like, whoa, not okay. I was really bothered by the language that woman used. I'll show me mine if you show me yours. That's highly inappropriate, of course, in the context. Maybe not necessarily, but in a different context. If you were to take that language to a more inappropriate situation, that would be highly, highly predatory, right? Like, so, you know, as adults, we can step in. And, you know, it takes a lot of courage for 7th graders to do anything, much less coming to a community space the first time. She's never even been to that space. And we just know her from college. And I was so irritated by this woman. And I really like her, but it's just, we have to do better for our children. And yeah. Ugh, that's gross. Or like talking about our bodies and stuff, or demeaning children in any way. Just think about it. Take from this, I hope that you can take like, what kind of adults was I hoping to have around me? When did I need an adult to really step in for me as a child or as a young adult as well? I'm really stoked for my 40s. I think my 40s are gonna be my best decade by far. And we're 3 years off. Well, almost only 2 years. And this next coming year, I know, is going to be absolutely incredible because 38 has always been my favorite number. And it boils down to an 11, which boils down to a 2. So I just know that this year is going to be really great. I'm doing numerology. Sorry, it's something I do. But I just wanted to share. Please do whatever you can to unfuck yourself so that you can be the trusted adult that you needed. Because we all needed someone that wasn't there for us. And it caused us a lot of issues. Hence the world that we're currently living in. So, alright. This coming year is going to be my 20-year high school reunion. No, I'm not going. But if you guys see this, I hope you're having fun. And, yeah. Okay. Have a good one.